Hi foodies, saltfish and cabbage is just so delicious. You can have it for breakfast, lunch, dinner, definitely a Caribbean favorite. Let's get into it. On the left, I have some carrot, some tomato, some thyme, and scotch bonnet. On the right, I have some garlic, sweet peppers, and some onion. And I'll add some other things as we go along. But usually when I make saltfish and cabbage, I try to add at least 4 of these things. It can be as simple as just cabbage and saltfish. It depends on what you have at home, okay? So let's do this. So I have the cabbage here. You can shred this with your knife or you can use whatever gadget you have at home. And I have some saltfish. So this saltfish is salted cod. It was boiled to remove excess salt, leaving enough salt for flavor though. And then all I did was take out the bones and I just flaked it. So that's what I have here. This is prepped and ready to go. So it was boiled, deboned, and flaked. All right. First thing we're gonna do is just cook these veggies. So I have some oil in the pot already and I'm gonna add all of these. If you want the cabbage to be very spicy, you can always cut up the scotch bonnet. I just want that flavor. You know, you get that essence from the yellow and the orange scotch bonnet. I just want that little essence in the pot. And then usually what I do is when I take my son's serving out, then I might crush the pepper in there. So you're just gonna cook these until they are partially cooked. You don't want them to be too soft because they're gonna cook some more when you add the cabbage. So after sauteing these for a few minutes, then I add the saltfish that was prepped. All right, so the saltfish is in there now, guys. You just want to give it a stir, allow the saltfish to absorb all the flavor from the onion and the pepper and everything. Then we're going to add some black pepper. Now, sometimes when I'm making steamed cabbage or sauteed cabbage on its own, I might add, some kind of Caribbean seasoning, but the saltfish already salty, right? So we don't have to add any seasoning unless you boiled out too much of the salt and it's very fresh. So just stir in your black pepper at this point. What I really love about saltfish and cabbage is that you really get to enjoy a lot of veggies, like a good serving of vegetable, but you have that beautiful flavor as well. So the cabbage, it was shredded, it was washed several times with cold water, and then we're just gonna pour that in here and add the carrots as well, and then just stir everything together. After you've stirred all of this together, guys, you have the choice of covering the pot over a very low heat. So after you toss everything together, because you want to make sure you bring the saltfish and everything on top and, mix it nicely. After you do that, you have the option of closing the pot to let everything steam over low heat. Or if you've cut the cabbage and the carrot really skinny and really thin, you might not need to cover the pot. You can just keep stir frying it over medium heat. So I'm adding some scallion at this point. And of course, you can leave it out if you're not a fan of scallion. But I love the color and I love the flavor. And then I added some more black pepper. Remember I said I'm not adding any powdered seasoning like all-purpose or fish seasoning because the saltfish is salty enough, right? When you're cooking the cabbage, it's best to not cook it until it is too mushy and soggy. However, you can cook it to, your liking, but it's nice to have just a little bit of crunch there. So at this point, you can either cover the pot, let it continue to steam for a few minutes until it reaches, your desired doneness, or all you need to do is just stir fry it over the medium heat until it is done. After a few minutes, you can check on it, make sure that it's done to your liking, and that's it. Give it a stir and you are good. If you have a favorite Jamaican in your life and you don't want to cook ackee for them, you can always cook this for them. This is really nice. You can have it with white rice, fried dumpling, boiled dumpling, breadfruit, whatever you like. But it is so delicious and it is foolproof. So I know you can nail it even if you've never made this before. So give it a try and let me know what you think about this dish, especially if you've never made it before. I just had it with some boiled dumplings. Really simple. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.